Good evening, folks. It's 21:43 on the 14th day, 11th month, 2022. Slide this over a little bit. Well, what I'm looking at here is about, well, not quite 24 hours from now, almost. Well, actually, yeah, it's 25 hours from now. Is an event that's going to begin to impact the Darwin area, the Northern Territory itself. So this corridor here, this is what I call the Darwin corner. This whole area here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I don't know the layout of this quite yet. I know where Broome is, well, because that's where the wicked glitch tends to reside. I wonder if she's riding her broom today. Haven't looked. Yeah, it's a quiet day for down south, but it's not so quiet up north, and you still got some stuff gonna come through down south. Oh yeah, Broome's busy. Very, very exceedingly guilty of a pulse beam. A big circle. Bzzz. Oh, this one over here is beaming. Bzzz. With that port headland. See if we can bring that over. Zinc. Headland. Oh yeah, they're blasting. They're blasting your asses. Hey, I called out that yes. I told you that line along that creek was going to get it. All three of those towns absolutely got buried. I hope the warning got heeded. People got some of the stuff up in the air. Now, you're frying like hell over here, so they've created quite a heated outflow that's going to pin most of the tropical flow to the north. Right when I see that move. National Loopy. Let's see if the Bureau of Morons. Yeah, they haven't taken that down yet. So they created quite a corridor. There's really only one place for the moisture to go. That's here. All across the top. Oh, you got heat here, heat here, heat here, heat here. Look at this pulse coming out here. Oh, my God. Bzzz. Well, they're working the rest of this out. So they're clearing out the chem here, so you should end up with a bit of a break with just your typical afternoon stuff that would be created by trees and mountains and convection. This one here is blasting away, too. It's got to keep this corridor going, that moisture that's slingshotted over. It's got to get rid of it. Remember when they broke that tendril off? Here with the cut, it has to slingshot up. Boy, is this one swirling. You got a lot of activity. I bet you guys feeling a little bit dizzy out that way. Look at this one's frying over a Taroom radar. Look at this, Brisbane's frying. Very, very active. Maintaining that heated flow that's forcing that storm up. Or that more than likely would have gone out to sea days ago. Or not existed at all if they haven't boomed it and plumed it. Yeah, this one's frying. Now let's see what other activity we got. Let's go a little north. Let's just have quick glances. Yeah, there's a beam there. Shooting out. What else we got going on? Let's go a little north. Shouldn't be seeing too much from this one. Nothing. Back inland. Not much. Back inland. We should see something. Come on, let's go west. We're in the Nunt. Or I'm going to find where I am again. And hello, everybody. Wasn't that fun? We'll see what's going on here. One of the usual suspects here, the Richmond radar. Yeah, it's frying. See, main beam going that way, creating a big heated wall. So we can get a big zoom out on that. And this one's going here. So we just zoom next door. Mount Isa frying. Absolutely frying. Yeah, it's swirling. So it's doing that swirling. Looks like this direction here. How do I know? 'Cause I've seen a lot of these images for a long time. Oh yeah, your neighbor's frying. You ain't hiding the fryings. Come on, man. It makes clouds. Every time. Every time they fry, it makes a cloud. There's one of them right there. There's a glitch. The new kind of cloud. Just put it in the cloud atlas. The low-level glitch cloud. Let's see. We got Mount Isa with beaming. So let's pick it up. It's doing a pulse and a sweep. It's definitely having an effect on the clouds around it, that's for sure. As things are going in, they're just dying. hitting a heated wall. What else we got? Tennant Creek should be booming up. This is where they want to create the pulse that goes into it. Boom, 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 boom. Ham to chem. Alice will be very busy. Hamming that up north. So, where's the boom boom plumes? They're all over up here. Look at the squadron of boom boom plumes here going across the Carpentaria waters. See it? See the boom boom plume right there? See the new cluster bombs going off here? Cluster bombs causing harm. Boom! Look at that, the cat's paw. Then that cat's meow. Look at this shit over the water here. Oh my god, tropical fish are under here. Man, this is Great Barrier Reef on here. Look at the chemtrail here. Wow, what's going on? Chem bombs suck. Big time suck. Look at that. Right there. Oh my god. That's a chemical attack on the ocean of a protected World Heritage Area. Look at the pulse here. Circle like that. Oh my god. You're getting cooked in Cooktown. This disgusts me. Curve to an emanation point. And it ain't done yet, because that's the last frame I've got. And that's from 30 minutes ago. This should refresh. I'm going to refresh this. I might regret that, but let's do it anyhow. I want them extra frames. I want to see what that did. I can turn that off for now. Let's go with it. Most of it should load pretty quick. I want to see this one. Where was I? Gotcha. Alright, let's see if we can see that again. That's a very toxic looking deployment. So there's your reef zones, right? And this is what's poisoning it right there. Boom, right over the top. A direct hit. It's almost like it was an aim. Boom. What are they going to do, a global warming study on this too and try to come up with some lies about that? To get with some kind of freaking tax to own us some more? To own this reef? How dare they? I've been saying how dare they long before that pigtail girl that was cut in school said it. Oh my, that looked like an eye. That was very strange. It's right about there. Ladies and gentlemen, the eye of Horus in your sky. I'll super zoom that one later. It's almost like a figure eight with dots. Boom, 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 boom. That's not a naturally occurring cloud formation. Look. Like a chain. And out here's wall. Let those clear up a moment. This is just horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. And it's fueling up a storm. Look at the craziness out here. These are all chem bombs. This is very high up in the atmosphere. Because there's your cirrus cloud down there. At your 35,000 foot, 40,000 foot mark. Maybe 50. Well, this is way above that. Look at the waveform coming through. I'm going to run this on a little bit of a speed on this. Boom. Watch this end. Another explosion. Just sustain it. Aim the outside wake. Boom this here. It moves a little more there. Boom it there. This one moves back in the opposite direction of the wind. Look. When everything else is going that way, that's going that way. With explosions. Boom, 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 boom. Like a bowl of Rice Krispies. Snap, crackling, and popping up the atmosphere. Boom. That's a boom. Look at the plumes off in it. Somebody says that's just a wave. I say bullshit. What are these comas going off in it? What's sustaining the wave? See the boom? Right there. Those are explosions. And each one of them streamers off different. These are 10 minutes in between images. These are each different. That's not a plasma cloud. It's a bomb. My God, in a sustained wake. Same with up here. Each one of these is individual bombs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 10 minutes later, got a big K in the sky. Have some vitamin K. And some ketamine, maybe. Put everybody to sleep. Dumbasses. And we get to the full flower of death. And another one here, the brass knuckles. Man-made skies, folks. Man-made skies. Getting fried with the radar stations that say they're glitching, and I'm showing you they're making clouds. They're obviously making clouds. Obviously. Look at that waveform going through the low deck here. See it? Disturbing this mass of chem as it comes in. Spreading it out, slowing it down, directing its flow. The moisture's still going to be up there. The cloud is gone. Yeah, the droplets will be too small to make a cloud now. It's still there. It hasn't fallen. And it's directed it a bit north. You see the waveform also pushing that way as well. So you have a curve pushing this way and one moving that way. So it's plowing it up into this deck here to be scooped around and taken back in. Take a few days for that to catch it. There's a field of bombs going off over here off of Indonesia. Bali's right there. Boom, 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 boom. Go to plumes, man. This is man-made wind of descending toxic, drippy chemtrails onto another country. This is the United Nations, united for your land grab. They all have the same goal in every country, and there is no safe place to go. You will not hide with your head in the sand like an ostrich, because your bum's in the air and you won't see it coming. So here's the corridor of EMFs set up. The storms will ride this path for the next few days. It's going to take a bit to overcome it, but it will eventually, as you see the hints of it already. Trying. Alice Springs is going to own this flow. Like I said that Brisbane was going to own that flow, Alice is going to own this one. When it says so, it changes the flow. Then it can come down south. But it's not today. It's not for a few days. So, with that said, I'm going to roll that beautiful bean footage, and you'll see that you're not entirely fucked anymore along these coasts. You still have water running. You have roads to examine to determine safety. This ain't over yet. That water's going to run for days. And yes, Queensland, that corridor is going to get some. But what time of year is it? It's the time of year you should be getting those. But whether they're supposed to get it in the desert corridor all the time, many times in a row, I would have to say no. Highly unlikely. You're being sluiced. They've undermined your railroad tracks. The first one gave out already over in G-Line. It's just the first. All those water running along the sides of them tracks, you guys been going, yay. My house is safe. It's undermining them tracks. And the rumbling of the freight and stuff going over them, it's just a matter of time for they come down. Liquefaction's happening underneath the tracks. So, yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. I see a very dangerous time ahead for transport and the poor people that are working on it. I'm almost scared to go on a bus. The bus drivers that all had the vaccine and stuff, some of them are dropping dead while they're driving. It seems to be a bit concerning. So I've been walking more. Oh, man. But that'll be a good argument for him to come with autonomous driving things. Hey, look, we can't trust the drivers anymore. He might drop dead. Everybody doesn't get to drive anymore. I can see an agenda pouring out here. Poor Darwin, man. So you've gotten it for quite a bit of time. And there's some very heavy cells over these few days are going to come through your city. And don't believe all the totals you're seeing. Some of these are saying it's going to be quite worse. Catherine again. I keep calling your name out. This is the second time in 2 weeks I've called your name out. So you're going to get it. If I keep calling your name out, yeah, I'm sorry. That's when it's telling me to have a look. This area here, a big problem. This area here, problem. Yeah, it's flat, and you got the meetings of things, these creeks. You're going to have runoff problems. Your totals are high, very high, that you're going to see over the 10 days through here. This is 13 to 14 centimeters. Some of the places along here, 16 centimeters, 17 centimeters. Don't say you ain't been given a warning 10 days in advance, or at least 5 days. 3 days? Actually, I told you guys yesterday, didn't I? Yeah, you've been warned. But it isn't a race to see who warns first. It's a race to see, can we get our freedom back? We just need to get a warning out to these people. I don't care who does it. I don't care if you credit me or not. Just credit Oneness for showing this to my eyeballs and giving me the balls to keep coming on here and doing this for free. Hello, Wave Hill. Yeah. You're going to be needing to get up on that hill. Are you in a flat zone? There's only 2 creeks that meet there. I don't know the lay of your land, folks. I don't know the condition of the dikes that are in the back, your backyard, dams and stuff like this. And one of those in your town and somebody's yard kicks out could cause a problem. Has anybody even thought about that kind of stuff yet? How many times can your little dam in your yard flex and go back in? Flex and go back in, or have its berm run over. You know, when the water drains down somewhere unpredictably, bad things can happen, and I'm concerned about those. You think they want you to have your own water supply in your backyard, or oppressors? They have to control your food supply, your water supply, your ability to travel and transport, your ability to spend money. Will all be controlled by the state. They say you will own nothing and be happy. Well, they're taking everything now. What's it going to be, rental? You gonna rent your bed? Oh, you haven't been a good boy at work today? You get the bed of nails? With less nails in them than you had the day before when you were good? Not good at all, this totals that I'm seeing over all of Australia, again, over the next 10-day period. Now, you think they're leaving you out here? I say that goes at about days over here. Because there'll be a fold move involved. Almost all your stuff's coming from the tropics because of the way the pressure is going to be running, but you have a bubble up here. And again, where you got the bubble up, you get the bubble and squeak, don't you? Whatever they throw in the pot. You're actually getting less rain than in. Isn't that unbelievable? 15 centimeters. Have it. In New Zealand, you ain't out of the picture either. Your totals are quite high. Half now, half later. Yep. That's how that's rolling. I ain't left you out. Boom. You're getting... Hello, happy birthday, whoever that head was. Who was that in here? It is Claude... Oh, it's Monet's. Monet's. It's Monet's birthday. Happy birthday, Monet. Alrighty then, we got that out of the way, Monet. They want the Monet. Money Parks, won't you see the dream? Money Parks steals your home. What a land grab in Queenstown. Holy shit, man, that's going to be bad. Right on that side. When the water comes and hits the mountain and runs down. Remember, what's out to sea is blowing inland a bit, you know? And what blows sometimes really, really blows. And sometimes what blows doesn't. I mean, you blow out the candles on the birthday cake, that is a very good thing if your wishes come true. But he must be planning to fry your asses all along this coast if they're letting it get dry. Or is it mosquito hatching time? Got to give some time for the mosquitoes, some time for the mold. Hey, that's nice to see, actually. I'm happy to see that. Lismore, you're in a little bit of the tickle zone. Hey, there's nothing to cry about. Yeah, just to see that over that many days, hip, fucking hooray. But the geoengineers always have something on the way, because they have spray. Yeah, We don't have an anti-spray spray. You think pouring vinegar on the ground is going to stop chemtrails? We've been fucking pouring it on the ground for years. It's another big ha 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 that I see getting put across my wall. Every few days, actually, from newly awakened to the geoengineering. You're going to fall for a lot of the stuff I did. And I did too. Right? I don't hold that against you. But yeah, you've been duped. And learn what a ballast test on a jet plane is before you send me pictures of tanks. Oh my God. Holy Jesus. Yeah, we always have triangles of cheese over the top of us with holes in them. We got a Swiss number going on here. Chemtrail, 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 boom, 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 go in the plumes. And oh my fucking God. This whole country is just getting cunted. There's a divergent zone there, so the flow will be odd. And boy, you getting fried in where these two things meet. Yeah, that's natural. That's the frying line from the Glitchensteins. Glitchensteins making Frankenskies. You should watch that movie. Matt Lamon's Frankenskies. Yeah, Nicole Vitron did a great job helping put that together. Jim Lee's work, too, is well evident in a lot of the stuff I see on that. Wow, look at this. Boom, 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 boom. You should watch that one. It's called Frankenskies. Yeah, Matt, well put together. Boom, 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 boom. Go to plumes, go to plume, go to plume, go to the plume. Go to plumes. One skunk smells pew. Here's Peppy's tail, spraying it out. When sky smells pew. Here we got Boogeyman face. Look, there's the skull. Ooh. Come on, clear up. Pinocchio. Ooh. That's the face of geoengineering. Oh. This is for my face followers. I love looking at faces in this. I don't love seeing it, but it's cool to see. Or Kermit the Frog here and down low. He's boiled. Or fried. Fried frog. And a one final boom at the end. Boom. And he blew his nose. Look at the frying down here. Bzzz, microwaves. Bzzz, free radicals. Bzzz. Not healthy fucking it on. You're worried about 5G and you got the OG right over the top of your fucking heads. Look at this standing wave. That cloud ain't going nowhere. Look at my arrow. It ain't moving. It ain't moving. That's a waveform. That's your glitch. Here's your glitch. Causing a cloud. Being unhealthy. Making your ears ring. Reverberating with infrasound through the atmosphere. That'll ring your ears. So how your ears ringing today? How about the bombs that just decide, just for good measure, let's throw a couple bombs to fall out. Hi. Pilot a bomb there, pilot a bomb there, toxic air needs to go over there. Have it, have it, have it, have it, have it. Big boiling atmosphere down here, huh? Look at the EMF on the sea down here. Now that's on your low deck. This is serious. Look at them moving the storm through the strait. That's very fast, man. That almost makes me want to dizzy. There we go. Two directions of flow. Bombs going off here. Boom, boom, boom. Circulating back up and in. One bomb says, hey, fuck you. I'm going to go this way. Left turn, Clyde. He must be going to Albuquerque. Right. Get a big bomb, bomb, bomb here. Watch him. Deploy. Boom. This is not cool. Not cool at all. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Fosco's song. Boom. Who knows what that's from? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 plume, boom, boom, plume. Yeah, the nuclear plume. Look at that. That was very mushroomy looking. Going up with the chem bomb in the skies. And now I've got the burning, itching eyes. And someday when they lay me to rest, I know a chem bomb did me in. It was the best. Boom, 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 boom. it ain't the best. It fucking blows. It fucking sucks. Your weather's fucking on, and you're getting absolutely fucking hammered and smashed. Hashtag let's help Chase. So as we go through Wednesday, the storm's spreading on out through the north. Spreading like a whore's legs. Wet, soggy, stinky air, and then the rest of the country's going to have it. As the cold meets the hot, it's going to move across the country. And you're going to get wet, moist, rainy. And just in time for protest weekend, here comes the squall line. The squall line. First Adelaide. And then the big bomb. So we'll have a glitch come on here, and a glitch come on here, and a glitch come on here. The big blaster here. Right? And chem bomb deployment will have streamed across the nation. Heavy chem day on Thursday and Friday before this. Guarantee it takes 2 days to set it up. And then, well, full on, you're copping it. Copping it. It's a dangerous line. That's indicative of a cut move they're going to make. They're going to split that again. Ooh, there's a blast. Yeah, everywhere gets rain but there. Boy, they're going to turn it on, ain't they? Drive that thing right north. And then New Zealand, you're going to get it. Then you're getting your summer rains up north. And it looks like some winter weather for your mountains, which is going to drive cold air down here into the trough and set up further rains, because it needs that. And as this comes through, that spits up. Watch it spit. Has to. And that should dive. Ooh. Yeah, you guys are in for it. All your action over the next 10 days is over this area here. Your final pressure, they say, on that day is here and here and here with high over here. You got fuck all chance to get nothing over here. Really. It's all up in here. That has to connect over, and it's just move as one big bank. Then you're fucked. Because then it's all tropic flow. All your flow is tropic right now. Almost no flow is coming from the south, other than the cold air on the low deck here. Everything else is warm. So with that said, hashtag expose the 28. And we want to expose this geoengineering. And I'm tired. If you wish to support my work, you can do so at paypal.me/Robert Deutsch. Good morning, everybody. Let's see if we get one. I think about the pilots too. And we're going to say them all. We're going to keep all in our thoughts too. It's not their fault that they went along with everything. But you don't get no amnesty. Sorry, you don't get forgiven for this. You get no more voting on what we all get to do, I think. That's the only amnesty I see is you are now may abstain from further public opinion. All right. So with your totals looking like this, I'm going to have a quick look at Turkey. John Sal, you're in for it. So I'm going to do that for her right now. Turn off some of these pressures. Give Turkey a quick forecast. Hey, ba-bum, heads up. You got about 4 days. Get your stuck off the floor. You're going to get some real heavies coming through. That should also kick off a few earthquakes. Nice and clean, nice and clean. You get to about here on Thursday. That's when your that's where your big stuff's going to come in. These mountains over, or there's mountains here you guys don't know about. They're real beautiful when it gets snow on them. And very, very heavy through Yorla, down near Selçuk, which you guys know as Ephesus. Yeah, Artemis Temple area down there could well get a bunch of water down in it. And over the weekend period, your totals are going to be extremely high. It's going to be very electric. So I'm just going to give you your quick totals. Over your 10s. Over your 10s over here, sweetheart, you're looking at right here. This is called Quarantine Island, by the way. Spanish flu people were put out there. and others. You're looking at 13, 14 centimeters. Even Yorla City itself, which is a bit on a hill, is going to have big problems along the highway down here and down low, so you're going to need to get your stock up out of the Agora down there. Yeah, Gillenkaya, bad. Coastal Road, bad. It's a great butcher over here. It makes really, really good meatballs. Yeah, Nardale. Yeah, that's where she lived and her house came down. There's a naval base here. They're very big trouble. Big trouble. It's going to have to let some water out of some of the dams. Most of their water here comes from artesian wells. Yeah, it's real nice. It's tasty. Yeah, there's a very, very, very heavy totals coming over the next 10 days, sweetheart. So we'll be watching. And it's all the way up through some areas that are even heavier. You're talking there 30 centimeters hitting here just south of Istanbul. And it's possible at any time that tendril could be here. So the potential for Istanbul flooding during the climate conference that's going on now, where 450 private planes got taken to tell us to go public transport. They used more gas in one day than we've used all year, each of us. So your totals are very high. And to poster child a couple big cities is the norm during one of these meetings. So all along the Med here, you've got, 25 centimeter rains, very regular, some of them in the 30s, in very key towns. Naples, Italy, everybody knows these places. If you flooded Rome, it's all over the map, isn't it? So some of the totals are very, very high that we're going to see along Europe over the next 10 days. And no, I'm not going to go into that part of the forecast right now. The United States is one of the few places actually copping a break. Yeah, you're wet, but you ain't seeing the super highs. And the poster child of all is down here in Colombia, where they're going to get 3/4 of a yard for Americans out there. That's a lot. Turkey's getting near foot. This is a lot of rain falling very quickly over many places in the world. And when it's man-made weather, and you could show it, that the man is influencing the weather, and you could show that these beams that we so often see on the national radars are not just a glitch, that they actually are causing and manipulating the weather systems of the world, then it's time to rein in such private interests that never asked all full permissions to do such a thing over the top of all life on this planet. And they need to be held accountable, whoever is doing this. And we never should remain silent while other things are being oppressed. Okay? Big love, people. Peace. Kia kaha.